Welcome to the RoboJackets Software Training videos. I'm Matt.
And I'm Jason. These videos will be the main way we introduce new concepts during the training program. You'll be watching these videos on your own time. The in-person training meetings will focus on answering questions, practicing the things we're learning, and discussing how different topics relate to specific competition teams.
The software training program is split into two tracks, robotics and programming. The robotics track will cover the math, algorithms, and key ideas that make autonomous mobile robots possible. The programming track is itself split into two parts. The first covers the C++ programming language, and the second introduces the ROS robotics framework.
We'll be surveying a broad set of topics used by our competition teams. By the end, you'll know the fundamentals of how robots figure out where they are, how they track what's around them, and how they decide what to do.
As we go through the course, we'll be assuming you already know some things. You'll want to be familiar with calculus at the AP Calculus AB level, as derivatives and integrals will show up frequently. On the programming side, we're assuming you're familiar with the concepts covered in AP Computer Science A. If you're totally new to programming or just want to review the basics before we get started, check out the Week 0 videos for a crash course in the things the rest of the training will assume you know.
This is a lot to cover in just 8 weeks, especially when most of you will be freshmen still getting used to college life. This training program is definitely fast-paced. There may be times when you don't feel like you completely understand some topics. This is okay. The important part is that you'll have a common vocabulary for discussing these robotics problems with your teammates. And you'll hopefully feel comfortable working with the code that makes our robots work.
Your experience through the rest of RoboJackets and your studies at Georgia Tech will offer many opportunities to fill in the rest of the details on any of these topics. And of course, please ask for help if you're stuck on anything. Take advantage of the Piazza forums for software training, or just chat with any of the trainers. Everyone is here to help each other learn and to have fun.
All right, let's shift gears and talk about the project challenge. Each week of training will feature a programming project that uses the concepts covered in that week. All of these projects are part of a larger code base for a real robot that completes a small challenge. You'll be writing the code that makes this robot finish the challenge in an intelligent way.
For the challenge, we'll be sending your robot to space. We need your robot to investigate potential mineral deposits on another planet. Orbital scans have given us rough estimates of where these deposits are, and your robot is equipped with a sensor to detect and hone in on their exact location. Once the robot's found all of the deposits, it'll need to climb the tallest hill it can find to transmit that data back to Earth. All the while, you'll need to navigate around a rocky landscape full of obstacles.
Of course, we're not actually going to space.
Really?
We didn't have the money for that.
Not with that attitude.
Anyway, in reality, the environment will look a lot like this. A flat surface where obstacles are marked in red, and fiducials are used to simulate the rest of the robot's sensing capabilities. Each week's project will contribute some part of what's needed to complete this challenge. At the end of the 8 weeks, your code will be able to complete the entire challenge we just described.
We hope you're excited for the software training program and the fun we'll be having this semester. I think that's all we need to cover for this introduction, which means it's time to start learning about robots.